Dimitri here, founder of Just Reach Out. Today, I want to demo the journalist outreach tool within Just Reach Out. So when you arrive on your dashboard, you do see that you have the PR strategy. You also have some of the numbers here letting you know that there are some journalists asking about sources and trying to quote. But you're going to go right to this journalist search, and you're going to type in a keyword here, and you can hit reach out. And what that does is it goes to our Journalist Outreach tab. Journalist Outreach tab, you use this when you actually have a pitch that you want to test out with those specific journalists covering a specific topic. And so in this case, I put in golf because we have a customer, they sell golf clubs, and they have a study on who's purchasing golf clubs during this crazy time we're all going through right now. And what they might be doing is they'd be looking at people covering golf retail or golf in general and giving them this data. Now for you, as you're looking through these, for each one, we're going to pull up the actual journalist name and their email address and all that. But as you're doing your research, your number one thing to do here is to figure out who are these people and what can you do to start up conversations with them. Now, when you open up these articles, your goal is to figure out how that conversation is going to go. What is it that you're going to say to this person who wrote this article, and how are you going to get them interested in your story? A lot of times, our customers, what they're doing is they're referencing, linking to these articles that someone else has written, say on Golf Week, and saying, hey, Todd, I linked to your article. I really loved it. I have some data to share with you. And that stands out from the rest. Now, you have a lot of filters here. You can filter by, say, businessinsider.com and golf. And that way, you can really target just those writers who wrote in the last month around golf for businessinsider.com. That is a very specific niche that you're going to go after, but you can do that, right? You can also go after last month, last week, last year, and so forth. Language is not a barrier. You can put in Chinese, Spanish, French, any country language or location, being specific around a city, and you can pull up those articles. Now, when you're ready, the first step is to really favorite them, and all your journalists are going to be on your favorites list up here. When you're ready to do your outreach, you're going to click Send Email Pitch, and you're going to look through different email pitch templates that we have in the system. Now you can see that the system is telling you Katie Canales wrote this article, and you must already have something that you want to chat with her about. Like I mentioned, you reference her article in your blog post. Maybe you checked out her Instagram and you have something to say to her. You're striking up a conversation. You're not pitching them right up front, but you're picking one of these templates. You're going to be editing this, and you're going to be saving this for the next time you're going to be emailing Katie, right? And then you're going to add a scheduled follow-up. Now, 90% of the responses come from follow-ups, so it's very important that you put in at least 2 follow-ups. It's rather simple and easy to do so. So you can go and you say, if stage 1 is not replied in this much time, send this email follow-up. And you can add the next follow-up as well. And you can build your follow-up sequence, set it and forget it type of a deal. It's simple, it's easy, and you don't have to think about it. You just set it and let it go. You get to see if this link will be a follow link if they do end up writing about you. You set up your sequence, you can edit your signatures, all these things are editable, and you can kind of set it and forget it. And as you're writing our pitch template, our pitch engine is giving you suggestions on how to improve what it is that you're writing about. Once you are done with your entire campaign, you can quickly check our email pitch tips. Our engine tries to recommend things such as, hey, make your subject line between 45 to 65 characters, make sure your pitch is less than 200 words maximum, and really focus on that subject line. That subject line, man, oh man, this is one of the toughest parts to get right, but this is the doorway to your success of your pitch. So do spend a lot of time on it. Now, the email address, I get a lot of people asking me questions about this. Listen, the email address gets taken from public information out there about this person. We go to their bio on their publication, we go to their Twitter profile, their LinkedIn, and we look for their personal website. We find something that matches their email address. We have a few other data providers that we look at. And that's the email address that you see in here. Now, if you look at it right now as a customer and you want to report it, you can say report is invalid. And what that will do is it will make sure that before this email goes out, somebody on our team will manually check that email and correct it if it's incorrect. Now, you don't have to do that. You can just keep this uncollapsed and just hit send. And when you do hit send, if there's an issue with this email does not get delivered to their inbox, it goes to their spam folder, or maybe it goes to their promotional tab. Our team's sole job is to verify that it goes to their inbox. If there's a bounce, if there's any issues with that email, they will human verify that email and change that up. So there's no issues with email addresses ever. But the email that you see here sometimes will get human verified if there's any issues. Or if you force it. Now you can say report is invalid, and you can go ahead and send the whole sequence, and you'll see it says validating. Our team will change that email and it'll be sent. Once you do send your email, you get to your campaigns dashboard. You can see across different campaigns, these are different efforts, different clients you're working on. You've kind of sliced and diced your outreach efforts. You can see the stats across your different campaigns. You can dive deeper into each campaign and see sort of what is happening in each campaign. What's your open rate? What's your click rate? What's your response rate with these? And you can match them up against our overall benchmarks. Now, we're after quality versus quantity, as you just saw, and that's apparent in these stats. So about 50 to 60% of our emails get opened, and about 12 to 20% get responses. Now, if you are not stacking up to these numbers, these overall benchmarks across all of our customers, you got some work to do, right? And that's what these analytics are here for you. They're guiding you to make sure that you are improving your campaigns as you do outreach. So that is the journalist outreach engine. And there's a whole bunch of other little things in here, such as tags, where you can tag specific emails. You can create more campaigns, less. You have different team members that you can assign to each campaign. There's lots of different functionality to slice and dice. But really excited about this tool, and would love to hear your questions.